Hello Cell Tribe, so this is going to be signs weekly message. I will put down below timestamps so you can jump into your own specific message right away. Keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate with your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So we're going to start with Aquarius, as we are in your own season. And for Aquarius, this seems to be a very prosperous week. There's a lot of growth and material independence, material achievement that can take place. During this week, you are advised to focus on the physicality, the physicality of situations. So the relationship with your own body and how you feel in it seems to be important. You could be having huge health improvements. You could be changing your diet or seeing benefits from a recent change in diet or some sort of routine that you have changed in which you're seeing a lot of impact when it comes to your well-being. You could also be benefiting quite a lot from recent decisions you have made to better your professional and financial life. This could be a week where a strong earth sign could be important. There could be someone here that is helping you uncover here. It's like uncover layers of your own potential. Is someone that is helping you in terms of this person's guidance or this person's knowledge of the material world. They're helping you, they're supporting you here in great achievements. I also feel like you might be feeling very domestic during this time, like feeling like more like staying home, or more focused and oriented in getting here your home life in order before you can come out of it and it's like engage in more social activities or in activities that are less home-based. It could be very much focused on home matters as well. You could be working from home. You could be starting a business from home as well. For those that are thinking about that, this week presents a green light in proceeding in that direction. You might be more cautious, more calculated than usual. You could be finding that being calculated with your moves, it's better for you right now. You're very much in this energy of preservation. I feel for some of you it's preservation of your home, for others is of your name, your status, your reputation. It could also be preservation of your assets, of your possessions. You could be wanting to purchase here something that is going to positively impact the quality of your life. And for those of you that are thinking about making a purchase in that way, I feel like this week you might receive the green light, the confidence that you can do so without feeling unsafe. There's a level of fear or insecurity associated with material spending that you could be overcoming, particularly for some of you because you're thinking about the long-term benefit that something in which you can spend a little bit of money right now will give you at the end of it all. It's a very positive, nurturing week, but also a week of recovery for those of you that have had some issues with your health and also issues with your finances. It's definitely improving. So moving into the sign of Pisces, you seem to be very much on your element during this week, even though it could be at times a week that finds this weird tone about it, this confusional energy could be a part of the experience, even though I feel like for some of you it's almost like a cathartic moment. There's a lot of unconscious discoveries that you're making. So you could be really tapping deep into your own psyche to find answers that have been missing, to put at rest some emotional agitation, some emotional stress. The week can be a little bit still, again, confusing when it comes to emotions, but you feel to be incentivated, encouraged in the direction of finding deeper truths, even if you need to dive for the time being into the shadows and the shadow world, where you can discover here something huge for you. There also seems to be a lot of reflection in terms of your relationships, so you could be pairing here with a connection in which there's a lot of unconscious material that it's being worked through, that it's being processed. It could be a hidden relationship, or a relationship that is more hidden for the time being. It could be that there's an element of secrecy between you and someone, in which the two of you are engaging and, again, discovering a lot about each other through this deep dive into a more unconscious secret world or realm level of the connection. It could also be very intuitive, very emotionally connected here with your environments, and also very sensitive. So you are advised during this time to be more aware of who and with what you connect, because if there's an element of negativity or toxicity associated, you could be impacted by it in a strong way. It can worsen or make things more difficult for you in terms of releasing a baggage that you're already struggling to release. So it's a week that you're moving through deeper sources to find a breakthrough, and it can be sometimes scary, to go there, but at the same time, the calling to do so seems to be stronger. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your psychic awareness, to what you're guided, even if you don't know why, like to what you're guided to encounter, to what you're guided to be a part of. There's a lot of messages, truth, guidance that will be revealed to you later as you allow yourself to be a little bit in the dark for the time being. It could also be that there's a lot of nostalgic feeling. There could be a strong energy of you missing on someone or someone missing on you. You could be dealing with a strong Cancerian energy, so Cancer influence seems to be important, but this also speaks about the past and your emotions, your conditioning, the baggage that you have with you. This Cancerian element also speaks a lot about the phases of the moon. So you could be moody this week. You could be having here a lot of fluctuations of emotions, each day being a different day, and feeling constantly different about a specific thing that is about to be illuminated in your life. And it might take up until the next full moon for you to get the certainty you're after. So next we're going to see Aries. Aries, for this week, you have a strong presence and demeanor about yourself. You seem to be getting yourself ready to make an important decision. You seem to be kind of preparing yourself from something that feels huge here. whatever decisions you're about to make, there's this understanding of the impact they will carry for you and for others. Some of you, there's a rebirth of a relationship that has been more underground or stagnant. There seems to be a rebirth in a union that will lead you as well into important changes in your near future. You could also be feeling like you need more assistance from the divine to back up or support this kind of choices that you're considering. It's like you're waiting for that divine sign, for that strong confirmation of sorts that you should move in a specific direction. I also feel like there's a level of judgment and a level of critical thinking that could be diminishing your trust on something. It's like your mind here playing some tricks on you when you set yourself to do something big. It's like there's a lot of criticism that can put a stop to great moves, to great changes, to great renewals. You could be also feeling like in your environments you are being criticized or judged heavily when you're about to do something. It's important that you don't allow either internal or external voices to distract you from the source, from the point of why these decisions that you want to make are so important, because there's a tendency here to postpone or delay something much more than what you should because of it. You are ready to an upgrade. And this upgrade, it's not just connected with one specific area of your life. It actually feels that it involves a lot of things. So by making an important decision, being in your own personal development, being in your career and professional life, being within your family energy or with a relationship, what you will do will create changes in other aspects as well. So there's a little bit like a domino effect here. One action will lead into 1,000 more. So by doing whatever it is that you're called to do, you will have the action and the progression present in things that have been on hold so far. I feel like you might be wanting here a second chance as well. You might be pursuing the second chance on something that you feel you didn't act it upon the right timing. But whatever this second chance energy is, it also creates a struggle, because it's almost like in order to be free, in order to move into the next stage of your life, you have to surrender something big. You have to allow change to take place, and this might be triggering you. This complete surrendering to a truth that you are aware it exists, but you have also been trying with the critical thinking to deny it, to diminish it, or even to, for some cases, to abolish it. Whatever you have been trying also to suppress this week could be coming out quite a lot. So it's important to stay awakened here, so you don't contradict your own this very own moment in your life. This is a huge, actually, period where you can evolve and you can feel like you're ascending into something. But you know, the feeling here is that some of you Aries are hearing the calling, yet pretending you're not. So playing here a little bit deaf, or like, this is not for me, this is not for me, this is not for me. And the question here is how long will you be able to deny here a certain calling without causing some stress and anxiety and deep blockages in your life? So next we're going to move to Taurus. Taurus, you are making here important decisions as well, such as Aries, but your decisions seem to be more based on balance. You want to even hear the scales. You want to have more equality and fairness brought into your life in several ways. Some of you Taurus could also be dealing with some sort of legal energy, so you could be signing contracts or disassociating your energy of a contract. You could be divorcing, you could be there's something here about the legal system for some of you Taurus. So I really feel like for some of you there could be some sort of activity with legalities. You could be consulting a lawyer, you could be consulting someone that can guide you through processes where, you know, more legal knowledge is required. You could also just be seeking guidance from an outside figure in which you believe this person's impartiality, this person's understanding of a situation from the outside. You want to look at things more on the outside. You want to be more detached so that you know what the right thing is. Some of you just want to do the right thing, and you're struggling in finding this balance between what the right and the wrongs really are here. I also feel like where you have not been seeing something clearly, where the truth has been somehow distorted or not clear, this week you're going to start to see things with more understanding. There's this dissipation of illusion, of lies, of deception, or irrationality that have been keeping you from further doing what you're supposed to do. So there seems to be some Taurus here that have been on hold, not really acting, not really doing anything, just acquiring information, facts, evaluating, analyzing. But the time has come for you to kind of look to these facts, look to the info you have acquired, and contemplate it, study the case here, so that you know what you should do. You feel to be in a week where there's moments where you can feel like you're really on the fence about something. So your indecisiveness or your hesitation in doing what you're supposed to do can also be something huge taking place this week. Remember that not making a decision is making one. I feel like this is going to be significant because for some of you, if you don't move in the direction of what's right and what's fair, someone else could be making a decision for you. particularly around relationship considerations and problems. Like if there has been this debate if you should or shouldn't stay in an association of sorts, and if you keep, holding back from making up your mind, this other party, this other person could then make a decision for you. And I feel like it's important that you don't allow certain things to go to the limits, to go to the extremes, because what you're called is to stay balanced and to stay fair in your own energy. You also feel to be very interested in integrity, in morality, and what you believe, the good values and the good behaviors should be. So when someone is a little bit out of that, if someone is behaving in a way that doesn't strike as being right for you during this week, you can be very intolerant and cut off energies that are somehow a wrong for you, a wrong at your eyes. So next we're going to move into Gemini. Gemini, you do have here a week where you can feel blessed, a week where you can feel blessed and protected, a week where you can feel like things are finally coming together at your favor. There seems to be the completion of a cycle taking place that is making you certainly happy, that is making you very proud of yourself. This could be the accomplishment of a goal, a project, something you really have been doing for some time. Seems to be hitting here the finishing line, and you're so happy about it. And the fact that something is coming together so nicely is also bringing you an opportunity, not only for success and recognition in whatever this is, but also an opportunity to feel like you yourself, you're ready. You're ready for the next thing. You're ready for this new cycle that will be presented in the next weeks. And you might also be physically getting yourself ready for something. So some of you could be training, some of you could be, changing homes, changing looks, changing something that would be like this mark from one period of your life to another. There seems to be this huge transition, right, between an ending and a beginning, that it's, though, shown here as being very positive. So whatever this transition is, it's only going to lead you to a better circumstance, to a better position. You have also here changes when it comes to what used to feel as a burden, what used to be felt like a limitation, transforming itself into a huge blessing, into a huge opportunity. So no longer it feels here that you will feel so stuck or so held back from other things you have been desiring to do or create. I also feel like for some of you that have, a desire to have something come out here more publicly, this could be a week where some sort of notoriety takes place. It could be because of you yourself, or your work, your creativity. There's something you're a part of that's becoming notorious, and you seem to be here a huge factor in this. Like your essence, your energy, your personality, your looks, your style, the way you portray yourself will be significant to the type of success and compensation and rewards that you will receive. So putting yourself here in a more central position where the deserved visibility takes place is also important. I feel like some of you could be a little bit intimidated by this success, by this, visibility, by the fact that you could be a little bit exposed, or something you're doing could be more exposed than usual. But at the end of it, especially more towards the end of the week, you'll just feel so good. You'll feel very, very good with whatever this is. So Cancer, you might be dealing here with a difficult person during this week. There seems to be someone a little bit harsh or difficult to get through, that is worrying you. This could be a strong air sign influence, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy. This individual seems to be coming off in a very abrasive, sharp way towards you. This could be someone that is highly critical of something, or someone that is just difficult to handle because of their own temperament and issues. I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with a father figure that's a little bit feisty or argumentative. It can be that this person can say something that doesn't considerate much your feelings or your best interests. This person could be, hurting you somehow through the way they act. I also feel like this could be a jealous ex. There's two messages here. For some of you, this is a father figure, someone that either is a father or a father figure or older here, that is, not very understanding of your own self right now. And this is creating conflict and a sense of, for some of you, even despair, like, why can't I have a healthy, positive connection with this person? For others of you, I also feel like this could be an ex. This could be someone where there's someone in which you have some sort of unfinished business with. This person could be angry with you. This person could be jealous. This person could be critical or judgmental, especially if this person sees you doing well, if this person sees you, moving on, or just, something about you is triggering for them right now. Of course, that this could be any person in your life, but those two strong relationships showed family or ex. I also feel like you must be aware that not everything that you're told is true. So if you allow someone else's opinion to hurt you, to start making you question your own self, there's a problem here. You're giving power away to someone else. And this person seems to know this, that they can have this effect on you. So there's a little bit of a manipulation taking place. There's a little bit of an understanding how to pull your strings to their own favor. Be aware of people that are just teasing you, provoking you, wanting a reaction out of you because they know that they can have that effect on you. And I feel like it could be hard to not, it could be hard not to respond. It can be hard not to feel upset. But the message here is that if you keep your cool with this person, if you don't give to this person what they're after, you will overcome it. You will overcome this difficulty with this person. You will overcome this phase where there seems to be a lot of, unprocessed anger coming out. This is about anger and resentment coming out. It could also be that you yourself could be struggling with anger management during this week. So when you feel intensely about something, it could be really hard for you to not project outwards, this anger that in reality has been this huge build-up of certain experiences you haven't truly processed or let go of. I also feel like there's this thin line, right, between hate and passion. So it's something that makes, for some of you Cancers, your heart beat faster and your blood boil. And kind of understanding here if this is coming from hate or from passion could be also something that you will need to sort out. So next we'll move to Leo. Leo seem to be actually very strong on your feet during this week. It could be acquiring something that feels very important to you, that brings a degree of satisfaction. You could also be very interested in your own self during this week, so you could be doing things just for the pleasure or the personal reward that it brings you. You're very much about the self and your independence, and I feel like you will be making here you will take an important action to this independence, to this autonomous desire of yours to conquer something. It could be your own space. For some of you, this could be that you want to have your own home or your own property or something that feels like your achievement. It could also be that you're focused on getting here a degree. So this could be about your study. It could be about your studies. It could be about really anything where you would feel very empowered. Some of you rely hugely here on a transformation to take place. You're putting a lot of your hope and faith that you will be transforming your life around for the better, especially for some that have been enduring. Recently, there has been here unfortunate events, disappointing situations. You know, you're coming out of a time of chaos. You're coming out of a time even of sadness or grief. And there's a lot of stimulation and confidence that is being brought to you through the power of change that you are understanding you hold in your own hands. There's an immense creative power with you that you're starting to use, and this week would be to a very good use. I also feel like you'd feel more happy, more outgoing, more interested in seeing what's out there for yourself, you know, not be just a bystander of life, but actually being a part of it in a more concrete way. So next we're going to have Virgo. Virgo. You have here a peculiar relationship dynamic that might be important for the week. There could be a lot of bonding happening between you and another person. There could be some positive developments being experienced in the love department or friendship. There just seems to be an energy of growing fonder, your heart growing fonder of someone and someone towards you. There's a lot of mutual interest between you and someone that will set the tone of the week as being less and less complicated than what it has been so far, particularly in the emotional realm. Emotions and relationships seem to be favored, and also there seems to be just a reconnection or a growing together of sorts that will bring you happiness. Where there has been some distance, where there has been some separation, the gap seems to be diminished here. So there could be a slow but constant proximity taking place between you and someone, or you and something you have urged to reconnect with. It could be anything, but involves a lot of your emotions and what you feel you need right now to be emotionally fulfilled and happy. The week can be very fulfilling for you. You can find that there's a particular person that just gets you, understands you. There's a lot of connection, a lot of connectedness, that it's being made, even when apart. You could even be connecting here with someone that's at a great distance physically, but not emotionally. Emotionally, there's no distance, there's no barrier here. I also feel like for some, you could be leaving something behind, and the minute you do, another thing shows up right in front of you. It's like the minute you let go of something, a huge burden, an obstacle that has been keeping particularly your relationships and your emotions in a tough place, the minute you decide to leave a problem behind you, this is when you're going to find a huge blessing in that same area of life where you have been struggling. For many, it shows here to deal with relationships, but it could be anything really in your life you feel this way. It's like the minute you stop worrying, you stop controlling, you stop, giving to the wrong places, the universe will bring retribution. It will bring you what you deserve. It will bring you a reward by choosing what's best for you. There's something here about you choosing what's best for you that will then create a lot of love miracles around you. You could just feel more in tune as well with your emotions, more romantic, more interested in people in general. You could feel like being with others is better than being by yourself. You could feel like there's a lot more positives than negatives that you're being given when you are with the right people, when you are in associations where the real foundation is love, not anything else. And this seems to be something that a journey that you have been on, a journey you have been on to discover love by leaving behind an outdated relationship system that had absolutely no love in it. It had tons of other things, but pure unconditional love was not a part of it. And I feel like you're walking in this journey of discovering what love is really about. Why is it so important? Why do you need it? Why do you keep believing or pursuing it even after all the disappointments or heartbreaks that you have endured? And this week there could be an answer as to why. Why is someone, or why is the whole general concept of love so important for you? Next, we're going to move into Libra. In Libra, you seem to be dealing here with a little bit of a shady energy. So you are advised to be wise and be smart in your interactions. You have here a propensity to deception, either deceiving yourself, others, or being deceived. There's a half-truth that you're dealing with, either coming from you or coming from others. And somehow this week, this energy of something just being a partial truth or half-truth, you only seeing half of something, is going to matter. Because some of you that are not seeing this, you can get yourself into trouble. You can get yourself, into a situation where later you're going to regret, or later you're going to suffer some level of disappointment. You could even feel taken advantage of, or robbed of something, robbed of an energy that you might be blindly giving away. So be aware of who you trust and why you trust. Make sure that what you trust your precious energy with, you have a reason to do so, a strong reason to trust. If you're dealing with new people that are, wishy-washy, unreliable, if you are presented with an opportunity that seems too good to be true, it's because it might be. Again, half-truths is a main theme for your week. I also feel like you could have here an energy of someone that is somehow watching you without your awareness, without your permission. Even for some of you, there could be a little bit of sneaky behavior when it comes to you in your life. There could also be manipulation happening through communication. Like, it seems like they're trust your instincts here, because there might be this idea of, you know, someone trying to take information from you in a nice way, casual way, innocent way, and it doesn't strike as being innocent at all. And I also feel like you need to watch for this tendency on your own self. Like, if you want to find something out and you really want to do it, but you don't want to ask directly to the source, be aware of the means you're using to a certain end. Because I feel like for some of you Libras, either you can get caught or someone can get really caught this week on something they're doing that is not right. There's also some of you where the energy of avoidance is taking place. This avoidance seems to be a runner-chaser dynamic between you and someone, or either someone is avoiding you or you're avoiding someone. And again, it comes down to the truth of the matter. Someone here running from the truth of the matter, and so choosing to run, ghost you, or, you know, deny you of some sort of answer. But it could also be that you yourself, you're running from something. You're avoiding something or someone. You're not much on direct, you know, assertive behavior this week. Be aware of it. So next we're going to have here Scorpio. You have a very sweet, romantic energy about your week. I feel like you could be receiving a declaration of love. You could be feeling very much in love, and so openly declaring how you feel, or someone doing this to you. It could be that you're going to get someone quite surprised by an emotional action you're going to have, or someone will be doing this to you. There's surprises associated with love. Sweet gestures, considerate gestures, gentle actions taking place. I feel like you are attracting a lot of genuine love and care from others this week. There's a lot of availability to get to know you, to get to know what your needs are, to get to know, you know, what you're after, what are your dreams, what makes you move in life. So you really seem to have here someone hugely interested in what you're up to, in both a more intimate, romantic way, but also in a more creative sense, artistic sense. So if you have your own craft, there's something you're doing, Scorpio, that you're good at doing, that seems to be catching attention here in someone, a genuine attention. I also feel like if you have been waiting for your relationship to move to the next level, this could be taking place this week. There could be, you know, a proposal for some of you, even, you know, an engagement here, or making things more official between you and a beloved. It could be that also there's an extreme amount of friendliness directed towards you from a friend. And for some of you that you're sensing like a friend might have more feelings than just friendship towards you, this might be confirmed during this week. Also the same thing to you. If you have been growing these feelings towards a friend, this could be a week where there's positive activity in that regard. I feel like you're very romantic. You have a very romantic disposition and openness about you. And because of it, obviously you're attracting the same type of vibration here to you, where people want to date you, where people want to be friendly, where people want to compliment you, take you out, do things for you. There's something about you allowing people to help you, you allowing love, to do its own magic, because I see some surprise, I see some unexpected energy about this, and you not knowing how to react on the moment, or you feeling more intimidated by the element of surprise and what would be essential benefit to the situation. For those of you that have been waiting here for a new love opportunity, it's coming. It's definitely coming. There's something here that feels very fairy tale like. So this idea of Prince Charming or princess energy is really, really present. Someone could be looking at you this way as their ideal match, or you as well are looking at someone this way. I just feel like love will catch you by surprise one way or another. It could be that you yourself, you're catching feelings for someone that you didn't expect to. So Sagittarius next. Sagittarius, you're dealing here with an energy of divine timing. So there seems to be something happening this week that will be in perfect alignment with your soul desire at this time, and your soul desire seems to be about change, about something taking place that would grant something bigger and better to be present, particularly around family energy. So I feel like if you wanted to have improvements or more luck taking place in terms of the family unit, this could be taking place very soon. It could be that there's luck manifested in something you're not expecting, because there has been a difficulty there. There has been, a lot of ups and downs felt in a situation where I feel like you just feel like it moves in circles. So you don't feel very hopeful about this. You don't feel very hopeful about positive change, yet is coming. Yet it will strike again when the moment is right. And there's a message here about you learning with each step of the way. So to not rush anything before it's time, but also to not hold back or delay, miss on opportunities when they are presented. I feel like there's an importance about the stage you are in life that will bring you a whole new perspective about who you are and really what you're after. Some of you are dealing with some sort of family karma. There's a little bit of family karma that you have, in a way, inherited, brought into your life, and you're learning how to overcome it. You're learning how to work through karma in an ascending way. Basically, how to turn bad karma into good karma. And the week can present to you a guideline, an understanding on how to overcome something that feels has been a repetitive issue with your ancestors, a repetitive issues with your bloodline. The bloodline is somehow very important. It could also be that you're having a whole new perspective being brought into your lineage, because you yourself are becoming a parent, or because of a child you have, because of developments, new, again, stages happening in the family sector that are making you consider what's your role in it, right? What's kind of the things you're dealing, your patterns that either you want to break free or you want to learn from. So the week is very much on knowledge, big knowledge of something massive that would bring you more understanding into why certain things have happened so far the way they did. So some of you Sagittarius are also in search of closure. Next and finally, Capricorn. Capricorn, a new opportunity is on the horizon, especially opportunities related to money and work. So if you have been manifesting, if you have manifested here something to come to you in terms of finances and work, I feel like it's coming. The week will bring you something to be happy about in a material sense, and I feel actual money. There's a lot of protection with your finances during this time, and I feel like you should take advantage of this in a way where what you will choose to do with this wealth, with this prosperity, this abundant times, because some of you don't know that you are in a very abundant time, and you are, especially considering that we have a lot of energy in Aquarius, which represents your second house. So Capricorn, so this activity, this whole activity in the second house seems to be important. The second house deals with finances, self-worth, resources, our self-appreciation, our sense of exploration as well of our own assets and values, internal resources we have in which we can create even more abundance, and also how we feel safe and secured in the material realm, the comforts of life. And so you have Aquarius in your second house, and Aquarius is about change and innovation. So you might be starting something fresh, something new that will then bring major compensation in terms of money, but it could also be that you're going to start to reform your relationship with money, understanding how blessed and protected you actually are in this sector of life, and learning how to turn this energy to your favor seems to be something many of you will be doing. It's like you're learning more about how to capitalize from the good things you have in your own nature. I also feel like, again, there's a lot of protection. You have like a strong bull energy protecting your coin. So there's really not much that you can't achieve in the material world. And if there has been doubts, weaknesses, problems, you're going to turn it around by activating here a huge strength that resides within you already. I also feel like any kind of new offer that comes your way in terms of work or money will be to your advantage. It's divinely sent. It's guided to come to you during this time, exactly to bring the reform and change that I was speaking about in terms of how abundant you feel and how abundant your life turns out to be. So, but I keep getting like there's a level of magic associated with this. So some of you that have been doing, work here to manifest money, it's coming. It's going to be fruitful, a fruitful week, an abundant week where results, tangible things are starting to come your way, and you're gathering all of this energy to... It's like you're gathering all of this energy to then create something very different for yourself. And so it could be that you will start a business, a side business, or a project that you know will be profitable, that you know that now you can really work on because you have like the support and the resources that were missing before. So I hope all of these messages were helpful. I want to thank all of you that have been liking, sharing, supporting, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.